All right, I'm gonna get started. I got a lot to say about this. I was out the other night, this weekend, and two brothers. Actually, it was three brothers, and they got to arguing. Now, I don't know what they was really arguing about. I just know they was arguing, creating a scene. And then one of the brothers said, "Oh man, this shit ain't shit, man," and he left the argument alone. Then this other two kept going at it, and I was wondering, why do dudes in the street get into so many arguments? And this argument became kind of personal. Now, it entered the realm of being a roast, or it should have entered the realm of being a roast, because you don't really want to fight, uh, with another brother. You don't want to fight, but you can get into a battle of words, and usually you get into a word battle when you don't want to go to fisticuffs. Now, that's called a roast. Oh man, I'm gonna roast this nigga. Now, when you roast a nigga, the object is to say in the rankest way possible some shit that the people listening didn't know about who you roasted. Oh man, I seen you at that bitch's house. I heard you say this, that, and the other to the bro. You know what I'm saying? Just some shit. Or you be trying to belittle him, uh, to push his button and get him out of character and make him be the one who want to, fight if that's the case. Now, I got a lot of business people that I deal with. Do you think they call me Rosebud? Some of them do, but the majority of them don't. So what I'm saying is, when I'm having words with some dudes, some of the dudes, They go as far as to call me by my first name, trying to rattle me. Man, I've been out the game for years. And I was married for 12 of those goddamn years. That should show motherfuckers where I'm at these days, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Motherfuckers don't know shit about a nigga who can take his fucking talent with him wherever he go. So however sharp you think I am, however sharp I was before I left the game, or whatever knowledge I picked up while I was out there, I kept the shit. I didn't get it and leave it when I left the game. Now, I want you to call in. I want you to ask questions about this shit. Find out. Get the answers. Because before I was a pimp, I was a carpenter. I decided to quit being a carpenter and went out there in them streets. Now, does that mean I forget the shit I learned in carpentry? No. I stopped building houses for single family and started building stables for hoes. If I wanted to roast any guru, I would mention some shit that's true about me. I'd mention some shit that's true about him that people didn't know. But see, people know everything about me. So whatever he mentions, unless it's a lie, people don't already know it because I'm on Front Street with mine. I don't be trying to be hidden. Most niggas who have to make some kind of deal to get women, most often they compare themselves with the tricks. And that motherfucker never measures up to that trick in his mind. And what I'm saying is the reason they do that is because if they, let's say he was thinking about me as an antagonist, he wouldn't want to compare himself with me. So the thing is, they don't get to win. So what I'm saying to you, you gotta understand these things, or you won't know what to say about whoever the fuck you're talking about, or whoever you're talking to. So to me, I supposed to motherfucking kill a motherfucker with words. I do. I kill a motherfucker with words because I kill a motherfucker with things that I'm, current on. Because I didn't go around fucking bitches, because I could, because I was fine, because I had a Rolls Royce. So I didn't fuck that. But what about those niggas that do fuck bitches who haven't done shit for me, yet they scream this game? See, being a chippy nigga that's the worst sin against us after that one. I mean, you really should get that. I'm very serious. It's the worst sin. Why? You have to understand why. Them broads you got that's real, they risking shit. They doing all this shit for you. And you ain't fucking with them, unless they do this shit. So the bitch either think that much of you or not. If she do, she gonna do it. If she don't, she ain't. So what I'm saying is, they out there, risking shit, and you fucking a bitch that ain't paying you. I mean, what is that saying to them bras that's real? See, you gotta think like that. This game got boundaries for you. Why do you think motherfuckers quote the Bible and Plato and all that kind of goddamn shit, Socrates, and they try to complain to me that I'm old? Hold on. The shit I'm talking about is out of style or whatever. Man, those same motherfuckers who quote Plato and all that goddamn shit call me old and outdated. See, what you should understand is you either should be on my side or don't say nothing about me, because the only thing I'm doing is what people see in these videos and what people see as far as my overall intentions. You got to understand that. So say something about me that's news, something no one knows about me, you should say. But, I respect some shit I see. I respect this apple. And when a motherfucker, you know, hit me on IM, and this nigga put his number in there, he wanted to talk. He didn't want no IM shit. This nigga wanted to talk, and he put this instant message in there with his number. And what I'm saying is I happened to be on the motherfucking computer when he did. And he hit this goddamn, he hit it, and it came, and I said to myself, God damn it, I went on and recognized it. Let me tell you something. We started out bumping heads over shit, over the guru shit. But during the conversation, we both, being men, recognize no matter what, we gonna have our own opinions. Opinions don't stop shit. And once we realized we really was on the same page, we got cool. I still fuck with the nigga now, this today. Like real men, that's how we really do. We started out bumping heads, but we ain't gotta bump heads just to bump heads. A lot of times that's how you meet another motherfucker in these streets. One of you serving other some nudes, and instead of arguing, this game take over because you both got it. The shit never stops with me, but lately my shit's been being tested. You, you know, I ain't letting the motherfuckers get the best of me, but you know that IRS ain't no joke. So they came knocking. And I'm about to really be tested. You see, you guys got to stop letting the only time you 100% sure of yourself, otherwise confident, is when you think you need to shit or piss. Believe it or not, something like that, a body function, is damn near the only thing one of you motherfuckers are confident about. Because you don't test what you think. You don't try what you think. You don't try to live by the principles of your thoughts. I mean, the shit I was talking about that was in the streets as far as meeting the motherfucker and getting cool. That's because that nigga and me both was trying to live by the rules. And if that's what happened, the rules provide problems. It provides for problems. And this is how you're supposed to handle this problem. This way. And if you about it, that's how you try to handle it. Now, I'm not saying, the pimp game is the only game that have these rules. What I'm saying is the reason I know I'm cool in this life is that I use those same rules in my regular life now. Man, I ain't really fucking with bitches unless they, bounce some. I'm not finna argue with no nigga. I'll get into whatever as far as the roads, whatever. I'll do that. But why even do that shit? Why even, need or think you need to get into that shit? That shit does not prove anything, the only thing it does is shorten your motherfucking life. Today. Now, in my day, it did used to prove shit, but it don't anymore. But what I'm saying, being able to handle it with words proves shit too. Yeah, it was bulldogs back in my day. Motherfucker want to make you do what they think of, blah blah blah. But if you got conversation, you gonna diffuse that shit. Man, if you look at me, I ain't the handsomest guy in the world, but I sure ain't got no scars from guy getting beat up and jumped on. See, most of you don't even know if you should eat when you get hungry. You don't even know if you should eat because some motherfucker didn't told you about your health. And you should only eat at this time unless you don't eat this or that. Who knows what works better in your life better than you? Me? Shit, that's an honor, bro, but I surely don't know better than you. I don't know you better than you know yourself. Or I shouldn't know you better than you know yourself. And if I do, don't that say something about you needing to work on yourself? What is confidence? See, I'm going to stay confident that I can pay whatever dues, whatever debt, whatever I got, whenever they ask. Because I know if, push comes to shove, I'm going to be getting help from y'all. Because y'all going to be interested in the shit that I'm talking about. My sidewalk university shit. Y'all help a brother out by, getting the course. I'm not in no trouble yet. But I can see it coming if I ain't ready. So get at me about some tools and shit. But now the question is, really, what is confidence? Now I want you to take this simple test. I'll tell you if you passed or failed after you answer these simple questions. Now, starting now, you have 5 seconds to answer each question. Number one, you're riding down the street and you see a woman at the bus stop that interests you. What do you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, number two, you're about to be interviewed for a job you want. Now, you don't think you're fully qualified, but you do believe you can do the work. What do you think about saying to the interviewer while you wait? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, your girlfriend asks you, you on your way home, and she asks you, would you stop at the store and get her some Kotexes or tampons or whatever they call them? What would you say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, those are the questions. I know you failed. And the only way you'll help yourself with this test is by being honest. But if you thought about any one of those questions before you answered it, you are not as confident as you think and could use some reinforcement in the confidence area. See, because those questions should all be no-brainer answers. The first answer does not matter, just as the last answer does not matter. That's why I know you're not confident. How? Because each one of you wanted to get the correct answer. In each of those scenarios, you should do whatever the fuck you want to do. A no brainer. There is no right or wrong in those types of situations. It's only what you want or what you think. See, that's confidence. I'm in a shit talking mood. So you don't really fuck around, but how come you ain't calling? Because you know I'm in a shit talking mood? I'm a motherfucker and I know it. There are a few women who can stand it, so I'll show a little bit. Of course, there are many women who ain't gonna like me. So fucking what? I don't like them either. Shit, when I tell you guys about a scenario I was in, the whole scenario is a lesson. Just like when I was listening to those dudes arguing, that's a lesson. Just like my previous video explained the importance of being as much as you can the way I am. Now, just in case you took the short bus to school, you want to be like me, just like you wanted to be like Mike. Then you want to be like Kobe. Now you want to be like LeBron. You want to be like motherfuckers like us because we're winners. We're on the winning side of our life. And you know damn well you want to win too. So I can't play no ball. I can't do what Mike, Kobe, and LeBron do. But I can do what I do. They can't do what I do. So stop trying to make the foolishness you think correct. I'll tell you what. From now on, the shit you think is right. So much so until it makes you the shit. Let's believe that. Now, since you are the shit, go on out there with the shit you think. Snag you one of those fresh, fine ass women that's out there waiting for you, kind sir. See, the early bird catches the worm. You ever hear of that saying? Do you accept what it means? Do any of you know what it means? And why aren't you calling in? I don't get it. Why aren't you calling in? You don't have nothing to say? Shit. Seems to me you would have something to say. Call in 702 605 4721. That's where you call in at. But sayings are important if you understand them. It's a secret language, and it conveys thoughts to certain people. The early bird catches the worm means the same thing as nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. Both these sayings are to promote getting off your goddamn ass and doing something instead of complaining about shit or hoping shit automatically gonna happen. The next time you hear a saying like, you can't see the forest for the trees in your way, it's telling you how to get past something. What is it? What does you ain't worth the salt that go in your bread? What does that mean? We need to know everything that's going to allow you to catch the woman. And most of it is how you perceive or interpret what the hell she says or do. I have a few tools focusing on understanding women. But what I'm saying is if you don't understand what I'm saying, you ain't gonna really understand. Otherwise, women, I have a tool that shows you how to, not how, It shows you that you need to assign words or meanings to whatever a woman does. Otherwise, if she blink her eyes and smile or whatever, it means something. If she cross her legs, that means something. Caller, what's up?
Hey, Rosebud, this is Devin.
Devin, what's going on, man?
Oh man, just enjoying listening to you. And
Yeah,
yeah, I just wanted to call home and kick it for a minute.
yeah, okay, what's up?
I would like to see if you could expound upon how technology is affecting people's manhood today.
Oh man, let me tell you something, Devin. I've had the not a problem, but I've had to watch this. Technology is replacing action. Otherwise everything that a man needed to learn as he grew up, learn to do, it required him being somewhere involved in whatever it was he was learning. So when he learned it, he'll see that he can use it. Otherwise, his daily life included what he was learning. Technology makes you not need to learn. Otherwise, learning it the regular old way without technology, not only did you learn that information, but you made yourself qualified to learn it as you proceeded to learn it. Because if you weren't qualified, you would have stopped trying to learn it. But you didn't, and you learned it. So you made yourself qualified to be able to say whatever it is that you're thinking. Technology just tell it to you. Technology don't make you earn your stripes. Technology gives you all these answers and make you want to hide away from reality. It doesn't make you want to. It just allows you to be able to hide away from reality because all you have to do is ask whatever you're looking for to Google, and when Google say what it is, if you silly enough to believe it, or let's say Google's correct and you do believe it, I mean that's on you. But see, do you Google everything you want to learn?
I'd say about half of the stuff.
Well,
If I'm trying to learn how to build something new, then I Google it.
well, let me tell you something. That's not bad because you're doing something. Googling chicken shit, Googling uh, whatever a person like me say or something like that. See, that kind of Googling is not going to do you any good because you're just Googling and not learning. If you technology wise, if you Google something and it tells you about it and you really want to do it, and you actually do it, to me, that's not really Googling. That's getting information that you was gonna get regardless because you had an intention. Googling to me is when I say, man, I was that baby, man, and you don't really know what that means. And instead of you asking me, what does that mean? You'll Google it, and you'll Google it, and you'll Google it the way you heard it, and when you get your information, you ain't gonna do shit with it. You ain't gonna approach me about it. You ain't gonna use it in your language. You're just Googling so you can get some unuseful information because
And then you
Google,
can't use it.
you not can't won't you won't use
Right.
it. And
Like you say, if you're gonna really learn something, you should be able to take out and use it right away.
period. Exactly, man. If you Google something and it was about you making some of your jewelry or something, some kind of design you're thinking about, since you ain't bullshitting, you just don't know. You just looking for direction as far as Googling. You Google and it tells you something that actually sparks your thought in the direction that you want to do with your jewelry. You don't read word for word what Google said do. You take the information you got and mold it into your knowledge of work and put it down, right or wrong.
Right.
That's because you a real designer, you a real jeweler. You go through what it takes to get better. Whereas you don't look for information that's gonna clutter your mind and have you just with something on in your head that ain't doing you no good. At least I don't think you do. I
Right.
believe technology is a tool to assist you if you really want whatever it is you're looking for assistance in. But people use technology to replace actual effort. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like the analogy of everybody living in a zoo and they're all being fed constantly and they're not actually having to go out and hunt. But
Now, they're pretty soon they're gonna forget how to hunt and they're gonna forget how to get their own food. They're gonna be waiting for somebody to give it to them.
completely domesticated lions instead of being in the jungle.
Devin, that was actually a good example, man. I like that. That was a good example. That everybody, Google is like the motherfucker feeding them, and they're getting domesticated. They don't care that they don't really know. They just want to think they know, or act like they know, or
Yeah,
be able to participate in the conversation, but don't really have a point.
right. And it's like you said, where a lot of the knowledge you have is not new. It's been used for hundreds of thousands of years. Being a man, and we're still in the wild west. But a lot of people are domesticated with technology on all levels.
Except you, Devin.
In a way.
You ain't domesticated, brother Devin. I can tell you that.
That's right.
All right, bro. Be cool, man.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. You too. And I'll be reaching out soon.
All right. Caller, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Rosebud?
I'm good, bro. How about you?
I'm doing all right. I got a quick question for you.
Go ahead.
Um, what you were saying earlier about understanding women, um, are you saying that you have to understand yourself first, or do you need to understand the woman?
You got to understand yourself first. Because how are you going to understand a woman if you don't understand yourself? Because you don't have nothing to compare what she's doing to. You compare what she's doing. If you understand women or think you understand women, you compare what they're doing to what you think. So let me tell you something. Ain't no woman going to get to do shit with me that as far as actions or emotions or emotions, none of that without me assigning some kind of meaning to what she's doing. Now, let me tell you something. The thing, what I'm saying is, women speak to you in their emotions. Ain't no woman gonna cross her leg without me assigning some kind of meaning to it. And the cold part about me is I'm gonna tell her what crossing her legs mean to me. So I'll say, girl, I was thinking that you was like these other ladies that I run into, just looking for false compliments. But crossing your legs the way you did, meant that you would really appreciate me seeing how well you groom yourself. Now, it don't have to mean that goddamn shit. It don't have to mean shit to her.
Right.
But if that's what it mean to me, since I told her, every time she cross her legs, that's what it's gonna mean to her. Every time she around me and cross her legs in whatever kind of way, that's what it's gonna mean to her. If she blink her eyes, kind of bashfully or whatever, I'm gonna assign a meaning to that. Why I do that is so that that woman can be involved in she can be in tune. Otherwise, she has to see that I'm speaking to her. No one else is going to get this because this is not regular conversation. This is something specific. And I'm doing all this as I speak to her. That's why I catch them, because I speak to her. I don't speak at her like you guys do. Hey girl, you sure looking good today. That's speaking at her. That ain't talking to her at all. You know, shoot, with most of the things you guys say, you speaking at her. You're not talking to her. You don't specify that particular sentence for her. Uh, you sure is looking good today. That's a general statement that you can say to any bitch. You know that brown you got on with that tan is so matching your features as far as your tone. Now that's talking to her. Period. Now you got to understand the difference. Do you?
Yeah, I understand the difference.
You see the difference?
I see the difference in what you're saying. What you're saying.
Okay, now tell me in your own words, what is the difference?
The difference is you're making it personal
Exactly.
for her.
No, you are. You're making it personal. You're making it to where you're speaking to her instead of speaking to anybody. Bro, that's important, man. I'm glad you've seen that, but that's important. That's something you need to take with you that you got from at Sidewalk University without attending, because it's very important that you understand that. Watch and see from this point on how you gonna make your conversation much more personal when you say something to bitches. You'll do it because you understand. You got anything else?
No, that's about it. I'm gonna keep on listening. And if I got something else, I'm gonna call you back.
All right, thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
So,
The thing about what I'm saying is it's not hard to visualize it. It's not hard to visualize what I'm saying. So, Connor, what's up?
What's going on, but how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, brother. How about you?
Man, I can't complain. So listen, my question is, what is your opinion on fear and anxiety? Do you think that's like an illusion?
Hell no. Fear and anxiety is real. You just have to know what they are. Fear is something. To me, there's some shit that scares a motherfucker. I ain't gonna run from. I ain't gonna run, but I ain't gonna fuck with it either. But fear, a lot of times, is you just letting yourself know you finna get involved or try something that's real, and it could have real effect on your life. So it's not really fear. You just really angsty, and you get this anxiety when you think about this. And this anxiety could keep you from doing what you're thinking about, and you look at it like it's fear, but in reality, it's you checking yourself on what it is you're attempting to do. Is this shit big enough for you to think about like this, or is this just some bullshit you just blowing out of proportion? You talk yourself into doing that kind of goddamn shit. Anxiety, what'd you say? Fear and what? Anxiety, right?
Fear, yeah, fear and anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety is really you being held back, not held back in a bad way. It's like you 100-yard dash, motherfucker, and you at the starting lines, and the dude just said, "On your march, get set." From that point to the gun is you really you got anxiety going on because you don't know when the fucking gun going off. You want that gun to go off, so you get your best start. I mean, anxiety is just you anticipating an outcome before you actually do what it is you're thinking about. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whether that is the exact definition or not, that's the definition I think we're. See, English is the only fucking language where one word could mean 300 different things. It just depends on how the person is using the word. But That means context. You got to keep shit in context. That's why when I speak, part of me keeping shit in context is so this motherfucker that's talking to me, this broad, if she's responding out of context, then she ain't paying attention to me. Because I'm not being, slick or nothing. I'm just using words to my particular meaning, what I'm using. And if you ain't getting it, you should ask me a question about it. And then when you do say something and it's out of context, see, my being able to correct you and show you what I'm talking about, especially when you do that with women, makes them that it impresses them because they didn't think that. They didn't realize they could have thought that. I do shit for a reason, and that's what you should do.
Right. Yeah, but that was some good game you just gave me. But let me ask you a follow up question about that.
All
When
right.
it comes to you feeling that fear or anxiety, if you choose to run, do you think that's diminishing your masculinity?
Hell
Because you
yeah! If you
choosing it
choose
to
to
once you
run
don't
after,
feel
if
it.
you choose to run after feeling it, that means you accept fear, and it's gonna scare you from after that. When you break it down and see what it is, that gives you strength to attack it. That ain't nothing but me, tripping on the importance of what I'm doing. So I'm finna do the shit. And when you do it, as you're doing it, you get that from it, that boost, that courage, that strength. But if you turn around and run, or you deny yourself, deny doing it, you get that too. So you don't really want that. You really want to face everything. You just want to know what you're doing. That's why you identify it. That's making sense to you?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Because I always think, because women are more emotional. They succumb to their feelings. Us as men, we got the ability to be logical in situations. So yeah, that was a good game.
Right on, bro. Let me get this other call.
All right.
Caller, what's up?
Hey, peace, Rosebud. Can you hear me all right?
I sure can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's really good to hear your voice. Well, hey, listen, this is the first time we talked since I joined Sidewalk. So this is Marcus Brown.
Okay, I don't know who you
Right
are,
now,
bro, but
Sidewalk.
why is this the first time we talked? Why is it? Because I do Zoom calls. You got my
Well,
number and all that.
yeah, it's calling because, it's been a few months since I joined, and it's time for me to get into these Zooms and all of that, start stepping up with the training and the education and everything, because it's definitely been a paradigm shift for me, man. It's definitely been an eye opener. It's one of the best decisions I made joining Sidewalk University. So I just wanted to call and let you know that, man. I definitely been learning. I can definitely see that, it's effective in my life. It's like a real game changer. Being on your ADPs is real serious.
Hey, bro, that's what's up, man. If you really follow the shit and you let the shit sink in, and you get on those Zoom calls Mondays and Thursdays, get on those Zoom calls, man, and open up and talk. See, all of that shit can be explained, could be expounded on. It could become clearer if it's not clear. If it is clear and you just want to, make sure you got it right, we can do all that. That's what the calls are about, man. I wish you guys, more of you, would get on the calls.
Well, I thank you, and I definitely am, man, because just on a personal note, a few months ago, I got pulled over for a DUI. And, I totally blame myself because it was a real eye opener. I wasn't on my ABPs. I was close to home, but I didn't make it. So that cost me that little slippage right there. So, man, I just thank you again for putting this course out there, man. I'm glad I'm in it. And I'm just enjoying it. So you'll be talking with me more.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Hey, he ain't the only one. I got room for more of you guys. I will share some shit with you that you just don't understand, even though you may have thought it. You may have thought it. It's not gonna be brand new shit. So now, the reason I'm telling you about assigning uh, meanings to movements and gestures that women make is because you want to be ahead of them, and the only way you can be ahead of them is to have things to say that they aren't thinking. They, if you say shit that they thinking, they up with you. Fuck that. Nah, we ain't trying to, for you to have you up with me. That's why I wanna my comments. And if the bitches are sitting still, I'ma still be talking. Silence is golden. You know, you must really be paying attention to me. And that's just to get her to start saying something. If you know what you doing will be successful. It's when you just throwing shit out there. You don't really know what the fuck this bitch gonna say from what you saying. And you just keep throwing that shit out there now. I know what she gonna say because I'm setting it up as I talk. I know what she gonna say. She's very. I mean, unless I'm thinking she finna say yeah, and the bitch say no. That has happened many times. But during the conversation, as far as where she coming from during the conversation, I be knowing that. But I miss. Now check this out. Now we mentioned her legs. I would also go as far as to say something like, "Girl, you moving your legs like that made me notice just how well you take care of yourself." Now, the reason I say something like that is because when I say you moving your legs like that, she automatically getting prepared for me to say something sexual. Period, because that's what a motherfucker gonna say. But not me. I ain't finna say that. I'm giving her a different kind of compliment. You know why you do that? Keep that bitch guessing. See, I ain't gonna give her the compliment like most squares would and talk about her legs being this, that, and the other. They'll be playing right in her hand. I direct and I drive the conversation. And I teach that to my students. Learn how to drive. That's why I notice everything and assign a meaning to every move she makes. That helps me focus on catching her because I'll be looking for anything she's doing so I can think of something to put to it. As I speak the language that I'm getting from her moves, she's mesmerized by the things I'm saying to her. Because I'm saying it about what she's doing. My intentions are to make her start thinking about what I think. And ultimately, she'll start predicting what she thinks her blinking her eyes mean to me. And that, my friend, is when it's a wrap. Because she's totally into your language and she's trying to learn it now. I'm telling you, man, the shit is real. I'm a plethora of information for your ass. How you like and not like this statement. Now, really, how are you like and not like this statement? If you a zebra, but you want to be a horse, you can dress like a horse. Someone can train you to prance like a horse. Someone can train you to trot around like a horse. And everything like a horse. But no matter what, there's going to come a time when the zebra in you will surface. And then what? Now, I say, how are you like and not like this statement? You like this statement because, like the zebra, you're being taught to do something that you're not used to doing. See, check this out. Like the zebra, want to be a horse, you want to be a confident man. So you being taught to do something that you're not used to doing. That's what this confidence course is about. Gaining and using confidence is not natural anymore. It used to be natural, but it's not anymore because of things like Google. When you were able to do something before Google and shit, you were able to do it because of how sharp you were or how much you believed in you. But now, motherfuckers Google what you're doing so they can do it. They ain't shit. Gaining and using confidence is not natural anymore. So with me, you're being taught. Unlike the zebra, what you're being taught can become you. If you learn what confidence is and how to get confidence, once you do get it, you'll never go back. But no matter what you teach that zebra, it will always be a zebra and it'll come out. See, that zebra can't change. You can. See, I'm going to call it like I see it. Now, check this out. I was watching Chris Rock, and he told a joke about who tells the biggest lies, men or women. And you know, I was feeling that, and I, brought it up on a couple of my videos. And I basically agree that women are the biggest liars, because when a woman is such a liar, even before she speak, she lying. But what I'm saying is, I asked my woman that question, and damn, she had hella shit to say to defend women, none of which answered the question. But when I go out, I have done my daily activities, hygiene, dressed and ready to hit the streets and see what I can see. When a woman walks out of the door, did she say that? Everything we say to a woman we need is based on what we perceive from what we see. Caller, what's up?
What's going on, bud? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. What's up?
Dang, I want to tap in on what you said about, a motherfucker having confidence before the internet search, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like he says me, because I know, like I'm 30. When I was early 20s in my teens, I always had my way with the women. You know what I'm saying? Believing in myself, confident, popping it off. But now we got the social media going on. Everybody got big heads, don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Really confused. Like, I'm trying to feel like, how can I regain my confidence back? I still believe in myself. When I go out, I see females, they can double take. I just only want to follow me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm on my purpose. I'm trying to,
Hey, but wait. Right there. You can start right there. Because that was a lie. When you go out, you just in your personal blah, blah, blah. You be wanting to say something to them bitches and you just don't.
Right. That's true.
So what I'm saying is, you start off with stop lying to yourself about little shit like that. Because that's how you got off. Accepting that bullshit. Oh yeah, I just want to, I'm into myself right now. No, nigga, you scared. Go over there and say something to bitch. Or whatever, I ain't saying you got to talk to yourself like that, but that's what's really going on.
I believe that. I can accept that.
So let me ask you this, bro. Do you agree that since this technology shit is around and everybody can find all these answers, it's sort of taken away from what you used to do from being confident?
Not really. I'm just saying. I just know, like, motherfuckers being like that they consume so much content type shit. They're different. But as far as like, nah, I don't think so. Not really.
Well, I'm glad you don't think that. It don't really take from you, but what it does is it make you know that your shit is not as valuable as it used to be.
Right, it ain't the game ain't tight as it was, but you know it didn't get tighter though for the rest on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for.
Well,
That's what I
see,
got.
you got to come up with something that's gonna make it tighter. I'm telling you, this language that I'm speaking to this broad, as far as when she move or if she make her fingers move or if she do her eye funny, I make it mean something, and I
Yeah,
say what it mean, and then I'm telling you, sooner or later, baby, if I'm talking to her and she liking me, she gonna be picking
yeah,
that shit up, and she gonna start putting a sign in what it means. And she, let's say, she said, and I didn't
yeah,
put a meaning to it. She gonna say, "Dang, you didn't put no meaning to that." What did
yeah,
that
yeah.
mean? What I'm saying is that's how you catch. At least me.
Yeah, you got to fight on it. You know what I'm saying? They like a bait.
Goddamn right, man. Hey, you got
Yeah.
anything else?
No sir, no sir, man. Just have a good one, man. You know I've been looking for your page and shit, man. I'm finally glad I found it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Good,
Salute to you,
man.
brother.
All right, man. You be cool. Yeah. So check this out. When you meet a woman, everything you say to her is based on what you perceive from how she looks. Now, what can we perceive if everything you see is false or a lie? Now, what I'm saying is she didn't change her hair. She didn't change her eye color. Her eyebrows don't look like that. She got on heels. She ain't that tall. Her complexion ain't like that. Her shape ain't like the way it is. The shape of her titties aren't like that, like she got them. And any other feature that me or you would see when we meet her has been altered. But with a dude, none of that. He didn't took his shower, put his clothes on, combed his hair, breast, all that shit. But he didn't get to change himself around. Yet, as Chris Rock said, the first thing that motherfucking bitch is gonna say is she want an honest man. That's why there's so many one night stands going on today. Of course, truthfulness is a necessity in a relationship, but when I meet you and fuck the shit out you, I would like to at least think I fucked who I met. I don't want to see you in the morning and you don't look nothing like you did last night. Fuck that. To me, that relationship is subject to that woman, might not have no morals or scruples, which is why, she wants your ass to accept who you met last night. This fake bitch with all this fake shit on. I want to wake up with who I went to bed with. I want her to be the same woman I met 6 months ago from today. That way, I can take pride in what I do with her. How many of us are proud of what we did this year? I don't know. Maybe let's say it's a lot of you out there. Okay. How many of you are proud of what you did a few months ago? No, let's say just a few of y'all out there too. So how many of y'all are proud of what you did last month? What about last week? What about yesterday? See, I'm one of the few dudes who can answer I am to all those questions. Why? Because I know it's not a one day thing. This is an everyday 24/7, 365 days a year thing. And that's just to have your shit together. Being on top of it goes on throughout the year, and I do not need January to come for me to make myself strive for perfection. I hardly ever make resolutions that are real. Most times I do it to be included in the activities of family and friends. I made my resolve many years ago, and that's to never stop trying to reach for it. No matter what step I'm on, even if I'm on the 100th step of 100 steps, I'm still going to be reaching. That's just how I roll. If you feel you was blessed with good looks, intelligence, health, class, style, and a confidence like no other, then damn, you must be a pimp. Oh, uh, the good looks came when you realized you had a particular way you can look. Your intelligence allowed you to acknowledge you needed to look a certain way. Your health allowed you to chase that rainbow for years on end and never get tired. Your class exposed to all how proud you was to be in the position you was in. And your style will become uniquely you. And people will notice all of this combined with you knowing you are a total package makes you one confident and desired man. I ain't bullshitting. The video or videos I make starting in, I don't know, 2011. Shit, I got to date 348 of them. All my videos are tied into my course. So those of you who have them can really use the way you think to look at the topics on each of the videos with totally different eyes. I'm explaining this, then I'm gonna go. The reason my videos and my confidence course are so on point is the information is delivered with plain English. You can relate to the way I speak because I am you, and relating to me is easy. The icing on the cake is how much game I spit at you. Sure, it's entertaining because I keep it real, and real is fun. So do yourself a solid and treat yourself to some of this real confidence that I'm talking about. All right, I've been on here a long time. God damn it, an hour. Yeah, that's a long time. Hey, and y'all called in. Hey, I love it when you call in. I need you to call in more because I need to do a show that's strictly calling in. Yeah. All right, you guys, I'm gone.